They told him he would not live past 25. That prison was his future, that the street already owned his name. And honestly, he believed them. Because when you grow up surrounded by sirens, funerals, and friends who disappear one by one, you stop dreaming about tomorrow. You just survive today. Now here is the question nobody asks. How does a man trained for violence learn discipline? How does a heart shaped by rage learn mercy? This is where Islam enters stories you never hear on the news. In cities like Chicago, Los Angeles, Oakland, Detroit, there are men who once ran gangs, sold drugs, pulled triggers, and today they wake up before sunrise, wash their hands, stand quietly, and bow their heads to the ground, not because someone forced them, but because something inside them finally felt ordered. Islam did not magically erase their past. It did something more powerful. It gave structure to chaos. Former gang members would tell you something shocking. The streets already had rules. You respect the block. You protect your crew. You answer disrespect, but those rules had no mercy, no forgiveness, no exit. Islam introduced a different code, one that demanded discipline without ego, strength without cruelty, and accountability, even when no one was watching. One brother from South Central once said, "Gang life taught me loyalty. Islam taught me who I should be loyal to." Because Islam does not start by saying you are already good. It starts by saying you are responsible. 5 daily prayers at fixed times. No excuses, no shortcuts. For a man who lived impulsively, that routine alone became revolutionary. When you have to stop whatever you are doing 5 times a day to stand before God, you begin to realize you are not the center of the universe. That humility breaks something dangerous inside a man. The idea that he must always dominate. Islam also changed how these men understood strength. In gang culture, respect is taken, never given. Fear equals power. Islam flipped that definition. The Prophet Muhammad taught that the strongest person is the one who controls his anger. Think about how radical that sounds to someone raised on retaliation. Suddenly walking away is not weakness. It is victory. Suddenly forgiving is not losing. It is rising. Many ex-gang members say Islam saved them from prison. But what they really mean is it saved them from themselves. Because Islam forces you to face your inner enemy, your ego, your impulses, your excuses. There is no blaming society in prayer. No blaming your past when your forehead touches the ground. It is just you and God and the truth you cannot run from. Another powerful shift happened in identity. On the streets, your name means nothing without your set, your color, your territory. Islam erased that hierarchy. In the mosque, the former gang leader stands shoulder to shoulder with a janitor, a doctor, an immigrant, a man who speaks broken English. No rank, no reputation, just human beings equally accountable. For men who spent their lives fighting for status, that equality was healing. Islam also gave them a new brotherhood, but this time without destruction. A brotherhood built on correction, not competition. If you miss prayer, someone reminds you. If you fall back into anger, someone pulls you aside, not to shame you, but to save you. That kind of accountability is rare on the streets. And then there is repentance. Gang culture never allows you to be new. Your past follows you forever. Islam does the opposite. It says no matter what you have done, if you turn back sincerely, God can erase it. not hide it. Erase it. Imagine what that does to a man carrying decades of guilt. Men who believed they were beyond redemption, suddenly realizing God still wants them. That realization has pulled people out of addiction, out of violence, out of self-hatred. Some of these men now mentor youth, walk into the same neighborhoods, but with a different mission. They speak the same language, but carry a different message. They tell kids, I know where this road ends. I buried my friends there. Islam did not make them soft. It made them grounded. It did not remove their toughness. It redirected it. Discipline instead of destruction. Purpose instead of pride. And here is the part that matters most. Islam did not just change what they do. It changed why they live. Life stopped being about survival and started being about responsibility. Responsibility to God, to family, to community, to the soul. When you give a man a reason higher than revenge, higher than money, higher than reputation, you give him a future. That is why Islam continues to grow in American prisons, on American streets, in places society gave up on. Because Islam does not ask where you came from. It asks where you are willing to go. And for many former gang members, that direction finally points